You've campaigned with Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib, Mr. Piker. Do you want to see them on the campaign trail with you as well?
So I have not campaigned with Mr. Piker. Not sure where that information came from.
The media is getting desperate as they see the left rising and winning all over the country. The DSA has even won in many political upsets in communities that the media had deemed too conservative or too moderate for the DSA to even have a chance.
I have campaigned with Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib, and so she is someone who wants the same things that I want, to make sure that government is working for people and not against it. And so I'll continue to do the same thing, but I have not campaigned with Mr. Piker at all. Not sure where that came from.
All right, my apologies. I thought that you had. My apologies about that. Would you want him to campaign with you?
I don't really know who Mr. Piker is. I've heard about him, and so
you don't know who he is?
I said I don't really know who he is personally or anything like that. I am actually focused on Florida and making sure that I'm talking to voters here to uplift their needs and their concerns. And so that's what my focus is going to be over the next 76 days.
Maybe it's not so radical, though, to want people to have healthcare and dignity. So these mainstream news outlets, their narratives are crumbling with these frivolous gotchas revolving around Hasan Piker. They try to get her in another DSA gotcha web, but our girl Angie is not standing for it.
Republican opponent Ashley Moody already is saying the positions of the DSA and particularly of you are crazy, calling you all comrades together, etc. So what about abolishing prisons, which is one of the platform positions of the national DSA? Do you support that?
I don't support abolishing prisons. What I do support is abolishing for-profit prisons, because they exploit labor and they usher many of our children into the school-to-prison pipeline. Why are we incentivizing the enhancement of penalties and actually allow the enhancement of not actually allowing the education system to be successful? There has been an attack on public education here in our state and across our country, and that leads to children winding up in the school to prison pipeline. I don't support abolishing prisons, but I do support ending for-profit prisons, which also, when you look at it, and look at some data points, you will see that there have been a lot of people that have died inside of these for-profit prisons, or you have seen there's a lot of waste and abuse and fraud within these private prisons, for-profit prisons. And so those are the types of things that I'm against.
And they may think that their gotcha questions revolving around DSA platform issues or association with Hasan Piker are working to erode the credibility of these candidates, but if anything, they are actually helping to highlight the real substance behind what these candidates are trying to achieve.
Secretary Caroline Leavitt, slamming the rise of radical Democrats. It comes as far-left streamer and activist Hasan Piker has campaigned with progressive Democrats this primary cycle. His appearances have, in many cases, divided the party. Former West Virginia.
What is this? They made, what the fuck? They made like the cutest compilation of our photo. They made a photo book of us. They made a scrapbook. This is awesome. They're sort of making fan cams and collages, dude.
Martha, good morning. It's fascinating how much far-left media personality Hasan Piker divides the Democratic Party. Piker's a hot commodity with far-left figures like El Sayed, Francesca Hung in Wisconsin, and New York City Mayor Zoran Mamdani, but not with some more mainstream Democrats.
I call real communists that are cheering for communism.
This is such a funny thing that they keep doing. Yeah, dude, I'm more of a real Democrat than John Fetterman is. Yeah, okay. Yeah, what else? More mainstream Democrat John Fetterman, who is only on Fox News.
So White House.
And though Oliver Larkin, another DSA candidate in Florida, didn't win his race, it is still probably worth the honorable mention that he is another one of these DSA candidates that is making media outlets squirm. Because as we recall, he was the one that went on to Fox News and made them panic quit the interview.
What is the number that is fine with you? Is there a benchmark? Is it fine? How many children can be raped and it's fine if you're in relation to the immigration community?
If we're going to talk about children being raped, then we need to hold this pedophile president, Donald Trump, accountable, and all those that have been implicated by the Epstein files that the Department of Justice is still not leaking. And they've sent AIPAC after Thomas Massey for having the temerity to hold Larkin, accountable the pedophiles that are in control of our government.
Thank you. We appreciate your time very much.
And this clip is always worth rewatching, but it's worth noting how quickly Fox News runs at the mention of the Epstein files, or Epstein himself. But that brings us back to the previous point about their obsession and the media's obsession with Hasan Piker.
Right Wing Watch says, according to an analysis of Fox News broadcast transcripts from the Internet Archive, since April, the network has mentioned Twitch streamer Hasan Piker across 312 broadcasts. Jeffrey Epstein, only 125. That's 2.5 times more airtime for a left-wing streamer than for the convicted sex trafficker whose operation systematically abused and exploited underage girls. Gee, I wonder why that is.
Kyle, I wonder why that is too. Could it be that the DSA, Hasan, and the left are actually speaking to issues that most people care about? And so the status quo must manufacture outrage so that the people do not unite on these issues that we actually really do care about.
I wish they stopped calling me a terrorist. That's what I wish. I wish they stopped calling me a radical. None of these people are radical. They just want health care. They want to end American militarism. They want to spend money on roads, on infrastructure, on schooling, on health care rather than bombs overseas, because it seems like for far too long, that's what our focus has been. And not the focus of the American people, but the focus of the American government has been in that direction. We have to put an end to our endless militarism, and we have to focus on ourselves, and we have to heal this nation and repair it.
Hear, hear, Hasan. None of that sounds too radical to me. And we can see a pattern in the media as the fighting spirit of the left starts to rise. They have to keep yelling the lie louder and louder and scream radical more and more. But people are starting to see through that. So let's let Angie Nixon remind us why we're fighting and who we are.
If wanting your neighbor to afford their insulin is radical, then call me a radical. If believing a mother shouldn't have to work 3 jobs just to keep a roof over their heads is extreme, then call me extreme. But where I come from, okay, right here in Duval County, these things are not radical. That's right. They're not extreme. This is just basic human decency. It's caring for our neighbors. And I don't know about you, but I was taught to love my neighbors. That's what guides me. Some folks like Ashley Moody like to claim the mantle of morality, yet their actions tell a very different story. But we put actions behind our words. So Ashley Moody can call it whatever she wants. She can call us whatever she wants. But in November, she will call me senator.
So remember to keep fighting and like and subscribe to USDS, as well as check out your local DSA chapter and get involved. Again, my name is Lex Voytek. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time.